Hi Libra, happy birthday. Oh, I love Libra, and I just want to warn you guys, I feel like this is going to be an intense reading. There are a lot of spirit guides here, and it's your birthday, and I'm close to a lot of Libras, and I've had the hardest time getting on this reading because there's so much. It's kind of like ADD, like all flying at me, and obviously I can't get it all out for the masses, right? But I probably should have taken off my eye makeup for this reading because I feel like I'm not even in crying mode right now. Like, I don't know for my other females out there if you suffer like this, but sometimes it's like if you have to cry, you have to cry. It's like some kind of weird release. It has to happen, and anything can set it off. And then other times it's like I feel like I should be crying right now, but I'm not. That's the kind of mode I'm in right now. No crying because I've just released so much. I was crying at the drop of a dime earlier. Oh, not earlier today, but like in the month. But I've had some major awesome growth and purges. But I wanted to cry a lot in this reading in a good way. In a good way. You guys are... I'm proud of you. So proud of you. So I had to go ahead and start even though I'm not totally ready. So I'm going to talk about some of the channeling that I did during... I'm having a really hard time even picking a deck. This indecision's weird for me, but it doesn't feel like indecision for me because I feel like it's more that there's so much information coming in. Like, there are some guys that are really pushing the GOT deck, the Game of Thrones deck, right? Very awesome cards, but I feel like they're more for specialty readings. Some people are not into that. There's some guys that are pushing the vice versa tarot. There are some guys pushing for the, again, another Empress. I shuffled every single deck except for one. Well, I mean, not except for one that I own, but one that I have out. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 decks out here right now. And I have shuffled every single one of them. And cards, so the top card for overall gave me a good picture, but the interesting thing is my channeling and then what some of these cards are. So, let's get into the channeling. I want to get, I have a pet, a possum, and if you see it happen to crawl out or run out, it's still a baby. So please, I was going to say let me know, but I forget we're not live. I was doing all readings live, but we're not live right now. So if it does run out, don't be surprised. And now, of course, my phone's dying. So that's funny because one of the first thing I channeled for you, you see here at the top it says Libra, right? First thing, irritation. Okay? And what's funny is that my irritation was so bad. Do you guys see this mark in the middle? This right here? And there's even some indentations. That's because when I first started trying to channel for you, all I could find was a freaking marker. A freaking marker. And do not demonetize me, YouTube. And I don't know, it kept messing up and I just got so mad, like a little kid. And I hit it so hard that it bled through. I hit it so hard that it bled through to the next page. In the middle of, I'm sorry, that's the previous page, not the next page. That it bled through to the next page where I was like, I had to remeditate all over again. So you guys got a good hour of meditation out of me. Yeah. That's my PO'd mark. So irritation. And then a phrase popped into my head, you pillow puncher. If you don't punch pillows, you should. Okay? This silly irritation that may be popping up in some of you is unlike you. You're usually such a calm person. You can handle so much. You don't even like confrontation for the most part. From the Libras that I know, I mean, you're not one to seek it out. You know, you're not the shark in a relationship. You're more of a turtle. You know, my mom always says that there's a shark in the relationship and there's a turtle. One's going to go after it and have to verbalize everything, and the other one, head in. You know, go inside my shell. I have to process, and then, you know, you're sitting in the car like 5 days after a fight or 2 days after a fight, and you're like, oh, telling them off. Like, that's what I should have said then, but you never think of that then, right? I don't know why that just came to me. Like I said, it's been really weird channeling. But a big thing that I want some of you to know is that what you're going through right now is, that looks pretty in the camera. It doesn't look like that on this side. It's just an incense. Look like a firecracker sparkler for 4th of July. Happy birthday. Oh, I should have made a wish for you. I never do that either. That's cool. I have one in my mind too. Okay. It's going to be a beautiful reading. I expect it to be emotional. That's all. Okay, so let's move forward in the channeling. Yep. If you feel irritated, I literally gave this advice to my teenage son when he started hitting puberty a few years back. Oh, gosh. And I said, go punch a pillow. Don't punch a wall. I'm not saying that y'all are punching walls, but you have to get some aggression out. Take a kickboxing class. Do something ferocious for a change, right? You have to. I know you don't like conflict, but you have to, in some ways, still get that aggression out. Okay, it's human within us. Okay, I thought my camera was blinking. It's time to get back to music, because that's your healing, okay? Discover new music again, okay? Test your boundaries in music. Get back into music. Get off the TV. Get back into music. Get off the TV. Get off the apps. Get off the social media. Get back into music, okay? When you feel like just zoning out and forgetting everything, this is going to be too smoky. It's going to get in the camera's way. When you feel like doing that and just zoning out, binge watching some show or something like that, instead, take off your shoes, your socks, go outside and water the grass, walk around barefoot with the water and the grass, and feel the earth soaking it up and hydrating it. I don't know why somebody's spirit guide is saying this right now. And play some music. Put on your headphones, play your speaker, whatever, however you can. Or sing a song out loud, you know. But get back to music. It's healing for you, and it's necessary for grounding, okay? So those two things are going to help with that irritation feeling a lot, if you're feeling that irritation right now. When is the last time you've popped into a bookstore? Like an actual bookstore, okay? You love to read, darling. Whoever you are out there. You love to read. When's the last time you got lost in a good story? When's the last time you smelled the pages of a book? You know, no Kindle app. You know, no online reading. Just straight up went into a bookstore, got yourself a coffee, and browsed all the aisles. Every single one. You know, just to do it. That's for somebody out there. I'm having a hard time verbalizing all the emotion. They're channeling in a very emotive way tonight. It's strong channeling, but it's very emotive. It's not like as many words as I'm used to hearing. It's more feelings and urges, and it's interesting. I like new. I like different. The song that kept channeling in for you is Amazing Grace, which is funny because, and I wasn't even thinking about her. That's so funny. But one of my best friends' name is Grace, and she's a Libra. I wasn't even thinking about her when I started this reading, so that's really strange. And I asked Spirit for a song, and it was Amazing Grace. The one that I was hearing was actually a version that was done by Celtic Woman. So if you want to YouTube, I think it's on YouTube or something like that. Celtic Woman, Amazing Grace. There's a live version that's very pretty. It's a beautiful song. The color, and once you get that song in your head, you can't get anything else out. The color is, that I kept channeling is blue. The number I kept channeling is 5. Change, intense change. You guys have been in the 5 moment for a while. Where's the faith? Some of you are doing it all on your own, and you have angels and guides around you that want to help you. And I'm not sure why you feel the need to do everything on your own, the need to take all of this upon yourself. You have help out there. You guys pulled this a lot. Okay, multiple readings, but many of you are coming out of it. Okay, many of you are coming out of this stuck feeling. Okay, you pulled this a lot too. Okay, this has been the hardest year I've ever seen for Libras. This has been the most the most growth, but at the same time, you guys, I'm gonna have to speak louder. Sorry, my AC. The growth that you have gotten out of it is very Empress-like, right? This Empress, she is the sum. She is the sum of all the queens, right? She is not just a Queen of Swords, but a Queen of Pentacles, a Queen of Cups, a Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands popped out a lot for you. Queen of Swords in reverse, okay? I'm feeling very much that these contributing factors have all come to a head for many of you. And you're like, I'm not putting up with this anymore. I'm not going to blindfold myself anymore. Okay? 5s popped out a lot for you. Having, like I said, I was having a hard time. But then, the Empress popping out for you in 2 different decks. That of creation. That of creation. Death right behind that, spiritual transformation. Right? The Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. Okay? So, and like I said, I shuffled each of these decks. I also feel like many of you have come to a decision or come to a completion, like the battle's over, but at what cost, right? At what cost? You know, like in this connotation of the 6 of Wands, which is usually about victory, winning, being recognized. At what cost? Right, now we see that he had a lot of help in getting there, and his battalion's quite bloody. You know, the people who have been there for him have been hurt in this. There have been others who were hurt in this. Yeah, you just went through a real strong dark night of the soul. It was triggered sometime, it was triggered in August, but, and I don't mean like, this is more like, okay, so this past month, you've done a lot of soul searching about, you know, okay, I've gotten where I've gotten, but at what, again, I keep hearing at what cost? At what cost? You know, for you to be where you are now, for you to be secure, at what cost does that come at? I don't know. In the past life deck, you pulled number 1, the Buddha card. You may feel very often, darlings, displaced. I'm hearing like you are not on the same wavelength as general society, a lot of you, and that's okay. That makes you actually more down to earth, more yourself. General society shows a front whenever they're out and about. We all have a bit of one, but you know, it's a persona, it's a character really. And you are a very authentic person. You are someone who observes. You are someone who analyzes. You are someone who does not like conflict per se, but you stand up for what you believe in. And if you feel more sensitive than others are, that's in your nature. That's in your nature, honey. That's okay. You do need more downtime, alone time, reading time, music time. You need more of that than other people do. Don't try to compare your life with others. Life restored. Blue and 55. What did I say? The color blue and 5 was the number that kept popping in. But what is 55? That's a 10. 10 is end of cycle, because 1 plus 0 is 1. Beginning, right? And it says adventure. An adventure is needed. The other two numerology numbers, you got patience. Okay, number 2, patience. And you got the 2 swords earlier too. And then you got 32, music. Interesting, because my channeling said get back to music, and I feel some irritation. 3 plus 2 is what? 5. 5 is intense and massive change. Okay? So, I have not been able to stop looking at the Game of Thrones tarot, so I'm feeling like I'm going to use it. I've never used this one so far for a horoscope reading. I've used it in a live before, but not a horoscope reading. Yeah. King of Swords, King of Swords, King of Swords. Remember who you are, darling. Remember who you are. Where's the faith? I put whether or not, interesting, whether or not you believe in a higher power, do you at least still believe in yourself and your own intuition? You're going it alone, and it's not necessary. You're going it alone, and it's not necessary. And I feel like somebody is, this is for someone very specific. Someone's about to meet God. Someone's about to have their, if you were in a church, you could call it being saved or being touched by the Holy Spirit. If someone who was I won't say non-believer, someone who was unsure of the other side is about to be touched by it, if you're open to it. So if you're open to that at least, and you have been questioning whether or not, if you've been struggling with your faith, whether you want to call it faith, or you've been struggling with your spirituality, or, you know, I feel like somebody out there believes there could be something, but you have no proof or knowledge of it. You have no relationship with it. It's about to happen if you're open to that. The free will does come into account. So that was a very specific message. I told y'all, weird channeling today. And bless on birthdays, this is much stronger channeling. Sorry, I have a lot of energies in here. Spirit, please protect this home. Make sure that the knowledge of this reading is in accordance with my soul tribe's best and highest good. Ensure that no energies here are going to be I only have communication, please, with energies who have my querent, my soul tribe, my peeps, their highest good in mind. So there was a weird energy in here for a minute there. Somebody may have an off energy messing with them. Okay, so that's what's frightening, right? Whether you believe or not. If you're in the what if market of that, why don't you just go ahead and try believing in it? Because if there is something, you want to be on the side of it that you want to be on. Okay? Just for somebody out there. Okay, Spirit, I'm ready. All right, what's in the soul? What's in the soul right now for my Libras? Sorry for the weird reading. I hope it's resonating with somebody. I hope it's resonating with somebody. What's in the soul? 5 of Cups, right? Somebody's lost in the sauce of what's lost. The weirdest stuff is channeling in today. Someone's lost in the sauce of what's lost. Okay? Stop looking at what you don't have and look at what you do have. You're wanting everything to go according to your plans or according to what you think is in your best interest. What I'm trying to tell you is what Spirit has in mind for you is much better than you can conceive of. And the way of getting there may be strange and rocky and a little off-putting. But aren't the best destinations always like that? The worst destinations come from sitting in a position where you don't push your comfort zone, where you don't step outside of yourself. Those end up being stagnant energies, which become detrimental to us. You don't want to keep living there, my darlings. All right, what is in there? If that is where their soul is, yeah, it's time to leave that, my darlings. Six of Swords. It's time to leave that behind. It's not serving you anymore. And that's interesting to me because your soul is here just thinking, oh my God, how long am I going to have to do this? Okay, and not realizing these two full cups behind you, right? She's looking at what spilled rather than what she has to move forward with. You don't build anything new out of that spilled energy, but you do build something new out of this. This can grow exponentially and infinitely. Goodness. Six of Swords. Leaving behind that which no longer serves you, heading to clearer waters, heading to calmer waters. So your soul needs to get in line with what your ego's already knowing you need to do. Your mind's telling you what you need to do, but something's scared, something's afraid, something doesn't want to leave. What is it? What's at the root of this situation, Spirit? Remember who you are, my love. You are the Queen of Swords. This is the card of Libra, the card of Queen of Air, okay? This woman is intelligent, witty. She may have a sharp tongue when she needs to because she has strong principles and morals and values. However, she actually doesn't seek out confrontation. She responds to confrontation with a spine. Do you? You used to. This is what's wanting to come. This is the root coming up within you. Remember who you are. Where's your crown? Where's your iron throne? Do some mental visualizations of sitting on an iron throne. That's who you are, my darling. Have you forgotten? What is in the past? What is in the past that is affecting them now? What is in the past that's affecting my Libras right now? What is in the past that is affecting my Libras right now? Hang on. Let me look at it. Okay. Give me a second. All right. Someone made a commitment that they thought would make them very happy. All right. Someone made a commitment. Two of Cups is about commitment. Making a promise. Making a commitment. About something that they thought would make them very happy. This is the Sun. This is... You know, you thought this is it. This is it. However, then we got the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, this is about being wishes granted, and we got it in reverse. You thought that it would be wishes granted, but it ended up being the opposite. And you don't know what to do with this. You don't know what to do with this. You're very blindsided, but who holds the power here? Right? She's not tied up. She's not tied up. Spirit, what's crowning this reading? Death. Transformation. Right? For anyone who's seen Game of Thrones, this is the character who experienced the most transformation throughout her journey. She was so fun to watch. In the beginning, she was an annoying little kid, and in the end, she saves the day. She shed her old self and came back to life as her old self. It's very strange to explain. And that's very much what I was talking about earlier when I talked about there's... I'm going to move forward. Let me get a double crown. I have... They're talking. Oh my gosh. The star. What did I say earlier? Where's the faith? Right? No matter where you are in your life, it's hope, it's faith that truly is our manifestation ability. Right? The star is also kind of wishes granted. You can have anything you want. Do you believe? Do you believe? This is beautiful, you guys. You're coming back into yourself. You're going through spiritual transformation. I feel like you're starting to see the light. I feel like you're starting to see the light. This energy is over you now. It is very powerful. You beautiful, beautiful souls better step into it. Someone has God on their side. Someone has serious angels around them. Very powerful, very, very powerful angels. And they need you to start stepping into it. Where's the motivation? Where's the motivation? Breathe yourself back to life. I mean, why are you waiting for someone to save you? You give yourself CPR. Bring your soul back to life. Get fun, comfortable, my darlings. Because Spirit's waiting to put that pink cloud over you and just rain unicorn farts all over your life. But they need you to step into it. They need you to take the risk, to make the sacrifice. Someone's not making the sacrifice. Spirit, what's coming in the very near future? Sorry. What's coming in the very near future? In the very near future, based on this current path. Right? We all have free will. So this is based on the current path of you going through spiritual transformation and having the courage to realize that you are going through it. Wheel of Fortune, right? You want to come back up the wheel? What happens when we try to control our own Wheel of Fortune? It doesn't work out so well. Why don't you try giving into Spirit? Why don't you try giving into Spirit and letting them control for a while? But you have free will. If you keep trying to control your destiny, you'll stay at the bottom of the wheel. Are you ready to come back up? This is the lottery card, right? Comes out with the 10 of Pentacles. You can have everything. This right here, this is money. If you're worried about money, you're actually blocking it. Money will be good. Money will be fine. You will have no money issues whatsoever. But you got to get fun, comfortable, and let Spirit take the wheel for a while. Yeah. There was one card in here turned upside down, and I had to see what it was. It was 3 of... irritation. This is the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, hang on. I'm sorry. It's weird. I was super tired when I started this reading, but I was like, I just have to do it. But I don't know. It's leaving me with some weird vibes, y'all. Got some weird energies. Okay. Okay. Spirit, let's talk about direct message. Direct message. This is what I now call, as of right now. And of course, the last card I pull up is a 5. 5 of Spirits. There's only 4 5s in the whole freaking 78 card deck, y'all. So, I just got a lot of 5s. You got a lot of 5s in every deck. The next placement is what I call DMs, direct messages from Spirit. And I just started that right now. Like that idea just popped in my head. So it was one of your spirit guides. Okay, so DMs from Spirit. If one of these resonates with you, take it. If not, take what resonates. Don't force anything. Okay, you'll know. You'll know. It'll bite you in the belly. Okay, Queen of Cups, Queen of Coins, Queen of Coins, Queen of Coins. That's Earth. Okay. However, this also is talking about, it could be a motherly energy. Okay, it could be a motherly energy. But it's also like either you as a mother or somebody that's dealing with a mother. But this is a woman who has the ability, they're wanting to remind you, you can be a mother and a full-time, you know, worker. Like, you can do it all. This is a woman who has a very intelligent mind, but also a very loving heart. She's a nurturer, but she's also not good if she's not creating. Okay. The Emperor. The Emperor. I feel like this Emperor is, there's someone who is overbearing and squashing this in you, right? Instead of igniting it, I'm feeling like he's squashing that in you. So somebody may be with someone out there who has some kind of like control issues. And he's really squashing your, really your abilities, and you may not even know that you have them, but abilities. Wow. And there is someone out there for you. You may already know him, or you've thought about him. I feel like for some of you, this is somebody from the past. King of Coins. So, wow. And I know it's really weird for me to read it like that, but I'm very much feeling like there is this controlling person who's standing in the way of these two. And I'm not sure if that's intentional, but I feel like either you're with this controlling person, but he's just not fostering creativity. He's not fostering growth, right? I feel like you're growing and he's not. He's just trying to control. And here's this King of Coins, who is your perfect match, waiting for you. And for some of you, he may be like actually waiting, like he's been watching you and seeing like, how long are you going to stay with this guy? That's the feeling I'm getting from this card right now. Like he's like, I'm not even going to make my intentions clear until I know she's done here. So that's a vibe I'm getting if you're a female out there. All right, Spirit. What to let go of? What to let go of? Okay, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. You need to let go of romantic ideals and the way you think it should be. Okay, the way you think it should be. Get that crap out of your head, especially as it associates with guilt or anxiety. Okay, your version of the world can sometimes be very harsh on you. Like, you're very, very punishing of yourself. You have a lot of guilt where there is no guilt necessary. You need to stop romanticizing the world, okay? It is what it is, and you have to live your own life, and you have to live it in your best interest, okay? You can't live it in anyone else's, and that includes your children, that includes your husband, that includes everyone, okay? Because you're basically crapping on them if you're not living your best life. I promise you. I promise you, okay? It's a terrible example to set for your children, to not live your best self. But also, you're not giving them the best of yourself. So wherever that road takes you, you have to live your best self and trust Spirit, okay? You have had control of the wheel for quite a while. And I feel like for many of you, you need to say, where has that really gotten me? Am I fulfilled? Give Spirit a shot at the wheel. Okay, let go. Let go of the control. You don't always know what's best, I promise you. Okay. Don't worry about what people think. They're saying to let go of that. Don't worry about what people think about you and your path. It's going to be different. Okay, that's part of what you're here to learn, they're saying. It's going to be, your path is meant to be different. In fact, part of what you're here to learn is how to be different in this world. This is part of your growth. Can you do it? Can you step up to the challenge? Of course, I know it's hard. It's easier said than done. This is a lifelong challenge. But where, you have to start. You have to start. The more you hold on tightly, more things will disappear. Like a fart in the wind, okay? The more you worry about money, the more you're pushing it away. You have enough. And what you don't have will be provided when needed if you're willing to step out your comfort zone. Spirit, final outcome. Spirit, final outcome, another 4. 4 of Swords. Go within. Go within. Go within. What do you really want? No action absolutely necessary. And the Devil in reverse. I love this. Go within and releasing toxic energies. Releasing toxic energies. I feel like many of you are already on that path. You've recognized your patterns that are toxic and you're beginning to amend those. Spirit, final outcome. Triple. Hey, the longer we wait, the bigger the message. They want to make sure to get the right card. Okay, they're same pull, a different deck. We may have, there may have been, I feel like I didn't get them all from down there either, so that could be why. And plus, they want any option here, and we've already used so many cards. Okay, Spirit, final outcome. These are bigger. Final outcome for, none fell, it's fine. Didn't feel it, don't worry. Final outcome for my Libras. For my Libras, make sure you're meditating, Libras. Make sure you're meditating, going within, trusting your intuition. Trusting your intuition, okay? 3 of Pentacles. Trusting your intuition. Like, I feel like many of you have lost that trust that you have in your intuition. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to be creating something new if you have the willingness to step away from this energy, that you've, in the Empress, from this energy that you've been stuck in for so long, walking away from this negativity, getting back into yourself, justice, Libra. That is where you will find the stability that you have been seeking. I know that you are afraid to step outside of this comfort zone, but it is time. It is time. And that's what's going to bring you this thing you're looking for. This soulmate, twin flame feeling that you're looking for. If you're willing to do that, stop accepting what's less than and beneath you, okay? You are an Empress, okay? The first card in the reading was from and I shuffled these again. Y'all were watching me. These are the cards I was just shuffling. And look, it pops out again. The Empress, okay? Creation, divine, where is your crown? Who are you? Why do you not remember? And then right after that, the Ace of Pentacles, a brand new beginning. It's beautiful. Okay, Libra, happy birthday. Your readings, if you would like a personal, detailed reading, talking to your specific spirit guides, or a bunch here tonight, I apologize for that. I'm more of a channeler. These are just tools for me, you guys, okay? They're not magic. These are tools to trigger the channeling and allow me to keep a wall between the millions of energies trying to come through. So it's a protection and a tool for me. So if you'd like a personal reading that's